Okay, y'all, shalom. This is Mike Clark with the Bureau of Essenes, and I'm kind of piggybacking off Brad Brink's video he made yesterday and what's going on with the Essenes and the debate with certain people and certain groups who are coming against us for whatever reason. Just as our former, as he said in his video, just as our former brethren in the Essenes, or whatever you want to call them back in those days, faced persecution, we too also, we're just in the beginning of this. We're really 2 years into this as a major, I would say a major organization, and trying to bring the truth, to reveal the elect, and to bring back these scrolls and stuff that we're reading. We're very new into this. So we're really just beginning, although we've had people like myself and Jackson and Brad, these people studying this stuff for a long time. As a group together trying to promote our purpose, we're still new into this, and we're at the beginning. And if you think it's bad now with this certain individual group, books and things, I think we're going to see a lot more pushback against us, just as they did back in those days also. There is a reason why the Qumran community, as radical as they were, separated themselves and basically said, forget the world, we'll do our own thing here. And I'm not saying that's what we should do. I'm just saying there's a reason why. They just didn't say, I think we need to go away and do this. So, we're still at the infancy, the beginning of this, and we need to get ready for more and more persecution. And that's one thing I rest so peacefully in, is we have people like Brad and Jackson and Lee and so many people in our group that know what they're talking about. And I've learned so much from them. And, I thought I knew a lot about the Dead Sea Scrolls and stuff, but when I got into this group, started hearing some of you people, I felt like, but I am learning. I'm learning a lot. But writing off of his video, and he did so well, and basically, if you haven't watched it, you need to watch it. But basically, it's we need to present our truths. And instead of attacking, and he used he used, about being fools and stuff like that. You watch it. I'm not going to go through his video. But we need to present our truths. Well, this morning I was reading the recognition homilies, and before Peter had gone to battle with Simon, he basically set the group down and said, okay, tell me what you think. And I'm totally using my words into this. He basically set them all down and said, okay, you know Simon better than I do. Tell me about this cat, and they all start telling him, man, we love you, Simon, and we know you're smart and everything, but we're really fearful that you're going to go against this guy. And we know you're smarter and anointed and everything, but he's so intelligent, and his people are ready, and they're going to make you look foolish. And that was every one of their concern was you're going to make us look foolish. But I wanted to read this response in the Recognition 2:16, and it may speak to you and it may not. It spoke to me, but I want to really reveal to you what we are facing. It's not just a group or a ministry. We are actually facing demonic other gods. I mean, they're besides, Yahweh, that we're coming against people and groups that are speaking truths that are against ours, against what we believe, that we've been revealed to ourselves. And, I have some theories and stuff that I'm working on now, especially dealing within the church areas and stuff that, the church has been, people being led away every day by things they think they know there's truth. But anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm going to go on and read this for you. It said, Peter then, after hearing these things, cried and said, I wonder at the great patience of God and the presumption of human beings from old. For what reason shall thence be able to persuade Simon to confess that God judges, when the wicked and sinners have acted, while he accordingly thinks that he is served by souls and things of his desire? In truth, then, they are not souls, but they are demons that belge him. Therefore, he has convinced himself that souls are immortal and judged on account of things they do here, and that he specifically sees by deeds something that he believes by us through reason. For what if demons are belging him, but he thinks he is seeing the beings of souls? By all this, the multitude of lies. But when he acknowledges that he acts and works wickedly, or that he shall be judged because of these things, or at once make himself an enemy of God, and is rash with these things that are not even lawful to be spoken. But thus, O my brethren, for some people, it is not because they have a lack of proof for what they will not be convicted. They do not have lack of proof that they will not be convinced of the word of the Father, fear of God, but because of the magnitude of their own sins, the wickedness and perceptions of things that are placed in their mind, wherefore they are not able to earnestly believe. And what he's saying basically is, you know, these people that are coming against us, they really think they're doing the right thing, just like Paul did when he attacked, the group of believers, the followers of the way. Paul was convinced that he was doing this thing, for the right reasons. And this is what Peter's saying here. How can we convince him of truth of things of this nature when in fact we can't even, he really believes he's doing these things according to, the truth and to what God believes. So, that's one thing too. However, because love of the creator of this world is sufficient to rescue and save those who love him, the evil one has diffused himself in order to make human beings enemy towards him. Wherefore, he has even confuted them, and is for open injustice of people from among them. For I call witness of heaven and earth that if he had been permitted by God for the evil one to cause human beings to sin as much as he wanted, then already, even from of old, all human beings would have perished. But God does not grant this to him because of his mercy. For if they were holding fast and trusting in the love of him, all human beings would be rescued and saved. Although on account of the sins of fools, they would be chastised because of his justice. But now many have been convinced who are enemies of God, and the evil one enters into their consciences and presents themselves to them as if they were better than the Creator. But to some of them, when they are watchful, he appears with an illusion of phantoms and promises them things more excellent than the Creator. But he will do all these things by reason and injustice that he has forsaken and is permitted to him. Recognition 2:18. And against these things Aquila said, why then are human beings at fault? If the evil one, being transformed and exalted himself, he pleases, promises things more excellent than the Creator. And Peter said, I think there is nothing more just than this. But listen how this is so, and give me an answer. If your son, who has grown up with all the instructions in providence, and has become a man by means of you, should yet desert you in his ingratitude and give to another who is richer to honor that he owes you, and on account of greater profits rejects his natural father, would you say that he has acted justly or he has acted wickedly? Aquila said, returning him, it is apparent to everyone that he has acted wickedly. And Peter said, if therefore say regard to a human being that this is wicked, how much more especially regarding to God, who alone is honorable, for he created the good within as much as he made us exist for nothing. And he has even promised us that after we please him, he will give us life and eternal happiness. There is especially no greater evil. Wherefore, so that the unjust shall be reproved, he has allowed the evil one to appear in many forms and promise strange things and greatly adventurous. But what if they truly was some strange alien apart from the God who created us, who would be right and appropriate if we deserted the one who is truly the maker and father? And Aquila said, forbid it and let it not be. And Peter said, how can then we say without understanding that behold, the evil one, by permission of the one who is truly Yah, proclaims other gods, either highly than the one who truly exists and lower than he, because those who desire to desert the Creator shall be reproved as unjust on the day of judgment, facing to every person that the unjust shall be rejected from the eternal kingdom. For to those who truly are his friends, Yahweh intends to give them to that which he has to eternity. But to those who shall be careful and accurate, explained at another time. However, I wanted you to know that what Simon finally did. Sorry it took so long to read through that. But basically what it's saying is, first we got a responsibility. We are here to receive the truth to the elect. And there's those that are just deceived. There's some out there that are just deceived and are following, demons and lower gods, basically, is what it said. And we need to be careful in our approach and how we respond. And I agree with Brad completely. Let's don't get into character attacks. Let's don't get into pointing fingers at people and stuff like that. Let's present the truth. Let's reveal the elect as we're supposed to. And who knows, maybe this guy will see the errors of his way, and see that, it's not about just selling books. And I believe a lot of people in ministry do sell out to demons and other gods because they want to make a name for themselves. They want to sell books. They want to be on all these shows and stuff like that. And I believe a lot of them do take the truth and sell it in for a profit. And I do believe a lot of these people, for a greater TV audience on their Roku and for more reads and reviews in their books, they're selling out to the dark side just to promote controversy, to get larger numbers and more money. And we need to be careful as we approach first with the attitude that we want to reveal the truth. If their eyes are covered, that they will see the truth and realize, what the truth is. And if they're truly sold over to other gods and demons, it doesn't matter in the first place. We just need to reveal truth, reveal truth, reveal truth. And we've got a lot of truth. So I'm sorry. I just really wanted. I felt like this morning I need to say this stuff to really back Brad up and to really, because the meeting was good the other night. But I think we need to be very careful not to attack personalities or persons. I know this has happened some already from our camp, in their camp, but maybe we should look at ourselves sometimes to make sure we don't have anything out there to be attacked for. Things that we say, statements that we do, we need to be very careful we put them on here, because the enemy is looking at our group heavily, and he knows that we're rising up for a purpose, and he knows it, and he don't want the elect to be revealed. He don't want us restoring this world and making things a better place. He don't want that. So we've got to remember going into this is just the first attack for this young jihad. Like I said, we've only been really 2 years into this thing. So be prepared, because everything that we do henceforth is going to be record for what's going to happen in the future. Because there's going to be another person that's going to write a book. There's going to be another person that's going to accuse us of this. I promise you it's coming. But I think we've got enough truth in this jihad to fight back anything. Okay, have a great day, and that's all I have to say. Thank you.